I'm Milan Justin from Hoima District, Hoima City, East Division, in Wikia Parish, Chinobi Village. That's where I am. This farm is called Ella Rabbit Breeders. I got to know Good Leisure Farm from Sylvia, our district coordinator, where she got in touch with the CDO. From there, they kept on looking for youth around different parishes. And in the process, the CDO of Mparo Division, by then it was still a division, of Mparo Division, came up and told me about this idea of joining Good Leisure Farm, the way they are teaching youth, the way they are incubating. So in that process, I joined Good Leisure Farm and I was taken to Nigeria, White Meat Campus. Well, before I joined Good Leisure Farm, I was a student, but a fresh graduate. I hadn't gotten anything to do, not even anywhere. I was still at home, as you can see. So being idle, when the chance came in, the opportunity, that's when the district, like the CDO, was like, instead of sitting here doing a lot of nothing, it's better you can train something to do with hand skill. So I picked up interest. I was a graduate. I had done business administration and specialized in finance, but I was still sitting at home. So I went and joined Good Leisure Farm. Well, when I reached the farm, I went with my baby. I was a mother of one. So I went with my baby. The first person I landed on was Madam Outreach Born. So she was like, what will you handle? Have you come? Because the team I was supposed to travel with, the Buikia team, they left me. The producer was from Buikia. After reaching there, and she was told, you're going to be here for 4 months. She refused. Then I was replaced. I came in as a replacement. So reaching there, Madam Bon was like, what do you handle with a baby? I was like, but the zeal I had for what they told me about, it was so much. I was like, I will handle. So I was registered as a producer, later on taken to class. But I faced a challenge when I was still those days of orientation. One, I looked more of a campuser. So the teachers, the lecturers, the managers taking me through production. At first, they thought I would not, it would not be of my kind, because I looked more of a campuser, you know, that time when you're from school. But to my surprise, after 1 week of classwork, after 1 week of orientation, we went to classwork for 2 weeks. After 2 weeks of theory, we were given projects, enterprises. So my first enterprise was caniculture, rabbits. I went there for 2 weeks. Every morning you would wake up, you go direct to your enterprise. I found there Mr. Daniel. At first, Daniel also thought I would not catch up because of the lifestyle I had. Surprisingly, it was a different view of me. I got to love rabbits, though at first the fur would irritate me. And the first comment I gave Mr. Daniel, me, I will not do rabbits. I was like, why? I don't like the fur. Later, before the 2 weeks got done, I had again felt passion for rabbits. I started liking rabbits. And again, I felt they were so tender. Then after the 2 weeks, I was changed because you would be given a routine. From here, they take you to a different project. Since we were producers, we were supposed to learn all the 4 projects. So from rabbits, after 2 weeks, I was taken to ponds, fish. Again, I was like, Jesus Christ, I would have stayed in rabbits. But again, when I interacted with fish, learning how to feed, how to construct ponds, pond liming, the distance, what does it require, how much to stock, in which size of the pond, water changing. Again, I felt it was lovely. But the first lesson I remember, I was given to dig a pond. with the team, we were a team of 4. They would put us in a group of 4. Yes, after we had to do the pond liming, the bedding, pond bedding, we put our water, then we had to stock our fish fingerings. So I felt it was okay. It was a good enterprise, and I had a lot to learn: how to feed, how fish respond, the value chain of fish. So it was a good thing. So from there, we didn't only do that part. We had social life. We used to have cultural days where you do portray your culture. If you were Munyoro, you dress up like Banyoro, you cook Banyoro food. So I had life. We learned a lot. That even that a lot we learned is what is making me live today. So when I returned, as I told you, I had my package of 300,000. But before going to the farm, what I had forgotten, I used to have like a saving box of where mommy has sent you to buy tomatoes of 1,000. You figure out, you buy, you remain with your 200, you drop in there. So I had that saving box, but that saving box wasn't purposely for this, to be honest. There is these little bicycles for young kids. So whenever my kid would see those bicycles, really felt he needed one. So as a mother, I felt, let me save until when it is his birthday, I will break that thing. So I had saved in that box for 2 years. Right from when I was at campus, you buy tomatoes, those coins, you get sudden money, you drop it there. So when I returned from the farm, they had trained us things to do with financial management, raising of capital, those things. Then I changed my mind. I felt a bicycle is just a luxury for now because I had nothing. So I broke my car box plus my 300. Then in total, in all the total, I had 7,300. So that money, I got Cosmas. There is a guy called Cosmas. He trained as a feeder, but I think he got much interest in constructing these cages. I think I was his first client. So as you can see, they are not so good, but we would do try and error, both of us. So I called Cosmas, you know what, let's go and buy materials. We try and error around until we come up with a cage which can keep rabbits. So I got, after constructing, the whole construction took like around 500. So the balance, I traveled back to the farm, to Nigeria. I managed to buy 5 rabbits. I bought 4 females and 1 male. That was 2001 in August. So from there, I decided multiplying. I've been selling. I even have my receipts. I can't say like I didn't achieve anything. Already, I didn't know anything about farming. And this has made me, change my mindset. At first, being a graduate, I thought office work would be the best. But it changed my mindset that I learned a lot that I can even teach others. Other people come here, only that today you are unfortunate you have not found them here. But other people come here, I train them. Others call me to their farm for consultations. Others call me to teach their workers what to do. So at least it has made me gain, at least I have gotten people around who know me, and people who feel I do value. And I'm still earning out of it. I'm earning, at least I've managed to buy a land somewhere. The biggest challenge I got, and the biggest challenge that forced me to buy in the village, not in town, it was feeds. Bukia, actually, Bukia is a Muslim-dominated place. As you can see, we even have piggery, but I stopped doing piggery because I used to have wrangles with the neighbors. Already it became a challenge. It's a Muslim place. Most of them are Muslims. Again, I being in the city, the farm is located in the city. Feeding costs became hard. Like in the village, you can pluck grass, weed from all over, and you feed as at least a supplementary feed. Here you have to buy feeds. And now being like you can't get supplementary feeds, meaning the rabbits have to feed non-stop on pellets, it becomes a little bit costly. Even when you're selling a rabbit with someone who is maybe in Buraru, because we have other people who are doing rabbits, you find your rabbit is being expensive because of the initial costs. Yes, they could be there to me. To me, as a peller, now when I go to a peller, we had a proposal, wanted to do our own feeds. At least our own feeds, which may not be expensive like these other feeds we buy from Kampala, then they come this way. By the time it reaches this way, a kilogram is at 2,500. At least we get a place where we can manufacture our own, because we had talked to some guy who had a machine but second hand, and they had promised to sell it to us, but we are still saving for that. You know, youth, we are complicated people. Actually, we are complicated to deal with most times. But me, I would call up any youth who is there. Though we have started doing it practically as a pillar level, at a pillar level, we are trying to engage such type of youth who are redundant, who are loitering around. I don't like using that word because I once loitered. So, at least to come up, we have a lot of things we are doing as youth of JLF. Even if someone can't afford this, I know youth sometimes see things of farming as a punishment. Most times we love leaving it for the elder people. But at least we have other things we are doing, like marketing, like the marketing department has a lot of things, bidding, what weaving, all those things we do them. At least that youth who is there, instead of loitering around, let them join us. We build our greater tomorrow. First, I just want to thank Good Leisure Farm. Indeed, they have stood there for us. And now we are seeing the future. We are seeing after tomorrow. They have really been parents. Some things our parents couldn't do them for us. But at least JLF came in to mother us. So I'm really thanking them. And I even don't have much to explain when it comes to JLF, but I just want to thank them for their work, for their efforts, that we are today who we are. The Western Spotlight, I think it's not only for the Westerners. Yes, we are the key participants, but it's not for ours only. I believe we're going to find there people from different regions who do not know, who would wish to know, how do Westerners be, how do they behave, how do they trade, what is exactly in the West. I know we're going to meet those people. Actually, I feel it's the time we're going to be selling our bunyoro to the outside. Before people have been having a lot of, I can say, superstitions about bunyoro. But this is the time they're going to see the reality when they come to the spotlight. So we have also organized a lot. We have really organized a lot. We want people to taste our food, to hear where we came from. Baganda call it Jemvude, where bunyoro of ancient came from to bunyoro of now, of today. So we have a lot. At least we know we are going to be selling our bunyoro to the outside world. Even there is some bunyoro who are here, the advanced bunyoro, who really don't know where we were and what is in bunyoro. First of all, I'm expecting to find there people. I'm expecting to find there people who will get, like the people I'm going to interact with on that day. Because already I know what is this, what we are bringing. I'm expecting to find there great people on that day.